Welcome to Code Blue and the Drifter. Welcome to another episode. This episode is titled... So I got 456 rear end gears in this thing, and I'm thinking I'm putting a set of 514s in it. Right now, when I go through the lights in the 8th mile, I'm turning about 5,500 RPM in 4th gear, and I'd like to be up closer around 6,500. And I've done the math, and the 514 should put me right there. Will it help matters at all, get me closer to 699 ET? No one knows, but I'm gonna give it a shot. So I got it up on jack stands. I got the rear stands under the body so the axles drop down as far as possible, and time to start yanking axles in the third member. What are you looking at? So this is a Ford 9-inch from a company called Quick Performance, and they custom make the housing and everything you need for your application. So this fits right in a 1966 Mustang with leaf springs. The width and everything is just stock. And then I got the 11-inch drum kit with the Quick Performance 31 spline axles on it. When I first put this in a couple years ago, I didn't realize that the bearings on the axle fit real snug and tight up into the housing, the end caps. And I never had one. Usually they just slide in and out, but they made it that way so they fit in there really snug and tight. You have to use a slide hammer pretty much to get it out. And I went and I ground and almost probably ruined the thing, thinking that there was something wrong with it, that the tolerances were too tight. So I ground it, honed it out, and man, they still fit in tight. But I remember I called the company and said, "Oh no, they're supposed to be like that." And I thought, man, I ruined it, but it's been okay. Like I said, it still does go in pretty tight. So yeah, obviously a 9-inch Ford rear end doesn't have C-clips or anything. You just, the bearing is pressed on the axle, you slide in, and you got this plate here with 4 bolts and nuts that comes off that holds the axle in. Just go around, turn the axle just through the big hole there, take them all off. Yep, just get all your nuts and washers and all that junk off. Then that plate, which is stuck on there, there's some silicone holding it. There we go. And that thing there comes off, and then you can use the old slide hammer and yank her on out of there. Then you just start hammering away with the old slide hammer. I have to turn it over here a little. There we have it. I told you that thing is really in there. Imagine if I didn't hone it out, how hard it would be stuck in there. Pull the old axle on out. It's getting hard to get past the backing plate because there's silicone on the outer edge of the bearing. I put silicone on it because the seals are starting to leak, and a lot of these times they don't even use seals. Some of the applications don't even use seals in there. They just tell you to put silicone around the bearing to. So that's what I do. I just put some silicone. I think it's holding it up, but I don't know. Silicone can really hold things up. You wouldn't think a little silicone would do that, man, but it sure does. There we go. Splines. Still look pretty good. Now on, I got the drive shaft out. Makes it a lot easier with hardly any exhaust on there. Now it's time to pull the third member out. I guess I should drain the oil out of it before I pull the third member. That's one thing I do like about that Quick Performance company. You can get different options on these rear end housings, like this one here. I got the plug in there up top on the back, and then I got a drain plug on the bottom to drain it out. Also, as you can see right here, it's like a ring, metal ring. That's a jack pad welded on there. Just you know, makes it a little more safer, so it won't slip off or nothing. It just the jack fits over there good and allows you to jack up without having to worry about it sliding around or anything. So, time for drainage. Man, who put that in? That plug is in there. It feels like a gorilla put it in there or something. Come get your molasses. But yeah, having this short exhaust with not much in there, no tailpipes or nothing, sure makes it a lot easier working around under here. So, get this light. So yeah, you just pull those nuts off. There's 10 of them, and that third member will literally drop out on your chest. Yeah, I use a jack to take them out and put them in. We'll leave that dropping it down on your chest to the professionals. It's out. Okay, there it is. That's a Yukon. It's a nodular iron center section, 9-inch Ford with an aluminum, what they call a Daytona pinion support. So the thing's pretty heavy. I think it's rated at 1200 horsepower. I can see why. I think it sure is heavy. Got the 456 gears in there, which will be swapped out for 514s. Everything else looks good, but I'm gonna end this episode here, and part 2 will be coming, which will be swapping over the ring and pinion gear. Goodbye.